I push open the bedroom door, still holding the Starbucks tray I picked up on my way home. The scent of caramel macchiato mixes with something more animal, more urgent. I freeze, and then I hear it. A moan. Not mine, not his, at least not the one I used to know. It's hers. And there they are. My husband, Michael, buried between her thighs. His face is glistening, her manicured nails dig into his shoulder blades as she arches right on top of the duvet I picked out at Pottery Barn last fall. The same one we made love on when we closed on this house. Her heels are still on. My name's Vanessa Torres. I'm 35 years old, a senior real estate broker in Houston, Texas. I work 10 hours a day selling other people their dreams, and I just walked into the nightmare that used to be mine. Do they notice me? No. Do they care? Not even a little. She throws her head back, her long blonde curls bouncing as she gasps his name, Michael, in the same breathless tone I used to. Her voice is a purr, seductive and cruel. God, baby, I love how you taste me. That's when he looks up, and he smiles. Not shame, not guilt, just that smug, twisted little smirk that used to make my knees weak, now turning my stomach inside out. You're home early, he says, as if I just interrupted him watching ESPN. What kind of man cheats on his wife in their own bed? And what kind of woman lets him? Her name is Ashley. Ashley Brighton, 26. His assistant at the firm. She was cute in a try-hard way when I met her at last year's Christmas party. Short skirt, loud laugh, eyes that didn't blink when she stared at my husband. I should have known. God damn it, I should have known. Seriously? Our bed? I hiss, voice trembling not with sadness but fury. You couldn't even get a hotel room like a decent piece of trash? Ashley doesn't cover herself. Instead, she stretches, letting the sunlight kiss her breasts, nipples taut, lips still swollen from pleasure. Her gaze is sharp, almost daring. You weren't exactly giving him what he needed, Vanessa. I step forward. My hands shake so hard the coffee tray drops, splashing sugar-sweet latte across the floorboards like spilled blood. How long has this been going on? How many times has he undressed her with those hands that once unzipped me? And why now? Why would he be this bold, this cruel? Michael, I whisper, not because I want to, but because I need something, anything, to ground me. You swore to me. You said you loved me. He shrugs, still between her legs like a king on his throne. Things change. Things change. Just 2 words. But in that moment, I realize something's off. This isn't just cheating. This isn't heat-of-the-moment passion. This is calculated. What else are they planning? How long have they been laughing behind my back, planning this little show? Did they want me to see this? I walk out heart-pounding, mind-spinning. I don't cry. Not yet. Because something in the way he said it, things change, sticks with me. Something in Ashley's cocky smile doesn't just scream, I fucked your husband. It whispers, I want your life. Is this about more than just sex? What if they want my house? What if this was just step 1? I sit in my car, hands gripping the wheel like it's the last thing keeping me from flying into chaos. Our house is legally under both our names, but I bought it. I paid the down payment. I chose every brick, every curtain, every goddamn light fixture. Could he take it from me? Would he dare? And what the hell made him think he could? Later that night, Michael comes home like nothing happened, showered, shaved, wearing the navy blue polo I bought him for his birthday. He walks in like this is his home. I figured we could talk, he says, sitting across from me on the couch like we're business partners. About the future. I stare at him. What future? He sighs, tapping his fingers together. Look, Vanessa, I've been thinking. We've been stagnant. You've been so busy with work, I feel like I haven't had a wife in months. So you found one on payroll? I snap. She listens to me. She's sweet, fun. She makes me feel like a man again. His voice drops like he's delivering a monologue for sympathy. It's not just about sex. I want to throw something at him. A vase, a plate, a grenade. Instead, I lean forward. Cut the crap. What's this really about? And then he says it. I think we should sell the house, split the money, start over. My blood goes cold. He doesn't want a divorce. He wants half. No, he wants everything. This house, my money, my name, my damn life. And suddenly it clicks. The way Ashley looked at the living room, the way Michael asked me about refinancing, the sudden interest in title deeds. They've been planning this. This isn't heartbreak. This is war. So I smile. It's small, sweet, controlled. Because if they want a war, They're going to find out what kind of woman I become when she has nothing left to lose. But first, I need to know more. How long has this been going on? Who else is involved? And most importantly, how do I burn them without leaving a trace? That night, I don't sleep. I lie in bed alone, staring at the ceiling, every inch of the mattress tainted. I can still smell her perfume, cheap and sugary, like something a teenager would drown herself in before prom. Every fiber of my being itches with rage. At 3:47 a.m., I open my laptop and pull up our mortgage documents, and there it is, my name. Only my name. I remember now. When we bought this place, Michael's credit was garbage from some failed stock picks and a gambling phase he swore was just for fun. So I put the house solely under mine. We never got around to updating it after he got promoted. And that's when it hits me. He doesn't have a legal claim. So why is he so confident? I keep digging. Emails, shared calendars, a paper trail only someone desperate and careless would leave behind. There's one message from Ashley to Michael that makes my skin crawl. Once we file for joint ownership, she's screwed. You'll get the house, we'll sell it, and I'll finally get that beach wedding I've always wanted. They've already talked to a lawyer. And not just any lawyer, someone I introduced them to at a barbecue 2 years ago, Brian Levin, family law. This isn't betrayal, it's theft dressed up in perfume and pillow talk. I click through more messages. The first ones are flirty, shallow, office banter. Then it turns. She sends him photos, legs curled on his desk, red lace panties pushed aside, tongue out. She's playing a long game. In one, she's wearing my robe. That's when I start to wonder, was this just about Michael, or was she always after me? The next day, I pretend nothing happened. I kiss Michael on the cheek, hand him coffee. Sorry I overreacted, I say sweetly. Let's talk this through. His eyes light up. He thinks I'm folding. He has no idea. I slip away to my office and call someone I haven't spoken to in years. Maya Langston. Maya and I used to work together before she quit the corporate game to open a private investigation firm. She answers on the third ring. Vanessa Torres. Damn. I thought you moved to Mexico or something. I'm still here, I say, and I need a favor. What kind of favor? The kind that involves following a husband and a secretary. Maybe digging through some trash. She whistles. Oof, been a while since I cracked a cheating case. Is it bad? They fucked in my bed. I'll clear my calendar. I feel my body settle for the first time in 48 hours. I'm not alone anymore. Maya agrees to start the next day. She already has license plate tracking tools, burner phones, and a hidden camera I can plant in the living room. She's professional, cold, brilliant, and most importantly, she hates cheaters. What exactly do you want from this? She asks. I pause. I want them ruined. I want Ashley to cry in a courtroom. I want Michael to walk out of his job with a box full of regrets. But mostly, I want them to know I saw them. I saw everything. And I chose not to scream. I chose to destroy them in silence. Evidence, I say, enough to bury them. As I hang up, a new thought creeps into my mind. How deep does this go? That night, Michael doesn't come home. He texts at 10:07 p.m., working late. Don't wait up. I laugh out loud. Right? I check the GPS Maya installed on his car. He's not at the office. He's at a hotel 2 blocks away. Room 312. Do I go? Do I knock on that door and face them again? No. I go back to my laptop and I log into our joint bank account. Or what used to be joint, because now the password doesn't work. I try the backup code. Access denied. I try the secondary email address. Changed. That's when it clicks. He's already started moving the money, little by little, draining everything we've built together. Why didn't I see it sooner? That's when the real question forms. What if the affair isn't even the biggest betrayal? What if Ashley pushed him into this because of something bigger, something I haven't uncovered yet? A pregnancy? A lawsuit? A secret debt? Maya checks in 2 days later. She's got photos, dozens of them. Michael handing Ashley a manila envelope. Ashley meeting a man in a Jaguar. Ashley slipping something into her purse at my open house event last week. She's not just screwing my husband, she's sabotaging my business. One of the clients I lost recently? Turned out he was approached a day later by Ashley, posing as a freelance consultant, trying to undercut my deals. She's not just a slut. She's a thief, a liar, a predator. And I let her into my life, into my parties, into my goddamn home. I stare at the photos for hours. Then I do something I haven't done in years. I pour myself a glass of wine, and I smile. They think they've won. They think I'm broken, dumb, emotional. But I've closed deals with men who tried to steal 8-figure contracts from under my nose. I've walked into rooms where I was the only woman and walked out as the only winner. They forgot who the hell I am. And now? Now I'm going to show them. But first, I need to get inside their world. I need to play her game. If Ashley wants to play dirty, I'll play filthy. But what happens when the seduction runs both ways? 2 nights later, I stand in front of the mirror wearing a black dress so tight I can barely breathe. The slit cuts high up my thigh, the neckline dips low enough to raise questions, and my lipstick is blood red. I don't look like Vanessa Torres, real estate queen of suburban Houston. I look like the kind of woman who could steal another woman's man. And that's exactly the energy I need. Because tonight, I'm going to get inside her world, Ashley's world. I've RSVP'd to a charity gala she's helping host, an event for some half-baked women in tech foundation she barely knows anything about. But her name is all over the guest list. And thanks to Maya's digging, I know where she's vulnerable. She wants to be seen, adored, worshipped. She thinks she's playing a game only she understands. But I've sold million-dollar homes to men who pretended to be billionaires. I can smell fraud from a mile away. I walk into the ballroom like I own it. And within minutes, I find her, posing in front of the step and repeat, wearing a red gown that clings to every inch of her surgically enhanced figure. Michael isn't with her tonight. She's networking solo. Perfect. I wait. I smile. And when the timing is just right, I approach her from behind and whisper, "You look like sin in silk." She turns, startled, then realizes it's me. "Vanessa," she says, blinking. "What are you?" "Oh, relax." I hold up a flute of champagne. "We're 2 grown women. I thought we could have a grown-up conversation." She stares at me like she can't decide whether to run or slap me. I enjoy watching her squirm. "Michael doesn't know I'm here," I say, taking a slow sip. "But he will, eventually." "Why are you doing this?" she hisses. I lean in close, just enough to let my perfume coat her skin. "Because I want to understand something," I whisper. "How long were you planning this? Before or after you realized he was dumb enough to leave everything in my name?" Her nostrils flare. I know I've struck something raw. But before she can answer, a man joins us. Older, silver-haired, clearly moneyed. He places his hand on Ashley's lower back like he owns it. "Is everything all right here?" he asks. Ashley flips instantly into her performance mode. "Of course, darling. This is Vanessa. She's an old friend." She flashes me a smile so forced it hurts to look at. I excuse myself and step back into the crowd. I don't need more words. I saw it in her eyes. She's scared, but also angry. She wasn't expecting me to bite back. And that's dangerous, because women like Ashley only know how to play one game, and when you change the rules, they get sloppy. 2 days later, Maya texts me something that makes my stomach drop. "You need to see this. Call me ASAP." I drive to her office in Midtown. She pulls up a laptop and clicks through a folder labeled Operation Mistress Files. There are screenshots from a hidden camera Maya placed in Michael's office. One of them stops my heart. Ashley is on her knees. But not for him. She's rifling through his locked filing cabinet. She finds a folder, thick, worn, stamped in red. Confidential. She takes photos. Quick, expert. Then she slides it back and fixes her hair. "Maya," I breathe. "What the hell is she looking for?" Maya zooms in. I cross-reference the case number. It's a pending class action lawsuit. "What?" "Your husband's firm is being investigated. Insider trading. A whistleblower tipped them off a month ago. If this goes to trial, anyone caught covering it up is going down hard." I sink into the chair. "So she's blackmailing him?" Maya nods. "Looks like it. She's not just some homewrecker. She's extorting him." And just like that, everything shifts. Michael isn't just a cheating bastard. He's a desperate man trying to protect his career. And Ashley? She's not just trying to steal my house. She's trying to leverage him into marrying her so she can own the legal privilege to never testify against him. Clever little snake. But if she's smart, I'll need to be smarter. That night, I watch one of the videos again. Not for pain, but for proof. Michael tells her, right after they have sex in my living room, "If this goes south, you destroy that flash drive." We never had that meeting. Ashley giggles, twirls her hair. "Relax, baby. I know how to keep a secret." There's a flash drive. That's what I need. That's my weapon. I send Maya on the hunt. 2 days later, she calls me with news. She keeps it in a little lockbox in her office desk. I saw her put it there myself. Can you get it? I can try. But I stop her. No, I say. I'll get it. Because now I want her to know it was me. That night, I show up at Ashley's building. She's working late. The front desk knows me. I've shown listings there. I wear a blazer, glasses, pull my hair into a tight bun. I look like every corporate woman Ashley's ever tried to become. I wait until the janitor opens her suite, then slip in. Her office smells like vanilla lotion and cheap ambition. I find the box, break the lock, and there it is. The flash drive. I pocket it. But before I leave something behind, a note. Just 5 words. You should have stayed away. And the next morning, she calls Michael. Hysterical. Panicked. I don't know how someone broke in. The drive is gone. We're screwed, Michael. He doesn't calm her down. He doesn't even sound surprised. He just says, we have to act fast before she uses it. She doesn't realize yet, but she just told me everything I need to know. I own them now. But what do I do next? Blackmail them back? Expose them both? Or drag them into the light and watch them burn? The next morning, I wake up to a knock on my door. It's my sister, Sabrina. The same Sabrina who used to sleep over at my place during her college years. The same Sabrina who cried on my shoulder when her boyfriend dumped her for someone younger. The same sister I thought I could trust. She's wearing a tight beige dress, her hair blown out perfectly, fake concern plastered across her face. I already know this visit isn't about me. I let her in anyway. Vanessa? She breathes, arms wide like she expects me to hug her. I just heard, I'm so sorry about Michael. And that woman. I pour her a cup of coffee and sit across from her at the kitchen island. Are you? I ask, watching her carefully. She blinks. Of course I am. Then why did you have drinks with Ashley last week at the hotel bar? I ask, flipping Maya's photo printouts onto the marble counter. She pales. You hired someone to follow me? No, I say. I hired someone to follow them. You were just a bonus surprise. Her lips part, trying to form an excuse. But there's nothing she can say that will fix what I already know. You were feeding her information, I say quietly, about my finances, about my calendar, about the house. I didn't mean to. Vanessa, she said you were hiding money, that you were trying to screw Michael over in the divorce. There is no divorce, I snap, because he hasn't filed. You know why? She shakes her head. Because he's waiting until he gets everything lined up. He wants to come after the house, the money, my company, everything. I didn't know. Yes, you did, I say. You just didn't care. She's crying now. Tears don't move me anymore. I was broke, okay? She blurts. Ashley offered me $5,000, just to share some details. She said Michael needed help making a clean break. I didn't think it would turn into all this. You didn't think, I say. Period. She tries to reach for my hand. I pull it back. Get out of my house, Sabrina. I'm your sister. No, you're their pawn, and this was your last move. She leaves in tears. I don't watch her go, because I have bigger things to deal with. Michael is scheduled to have lunch with his firm's managing partner that afternoon, and thanks to Maya, I know exactly where. A high-end steakhouse in the Galleria. I go there first, and I leave a little envelope with the maitre d'. Inside, a screenshot of Ashley copying documents from the restricted file, a photo of her hand holding the flash drive, and a note, do you really trust this woman with your firm's secrets? Michael's career is now a ticking time bomb. By the time he takes his seat, the envelope's already been delivered. I don't stay to watch. I have a better plan. That night, I meet Maya in a private lot, and we clone the contents of Ashley's flash drive. Emails, call logs, voice memos. One even has Michael saying, if this leaks, I'm done. We both are. Maya exhales. You could destroy him with this. I'm not going to, I say. Wait, what? Not yet. Because I don't want to just destroy him. I want him to suffer. I want him to wake up every day wondering when it's all going to fall apart. But first, I need to push them deeper into the hole. So I do what I do best. I sell. Ashley's dream is to own a luxury condo in River Oaks. It's all over her Pinterest boards. She wants skyline views, walk-in closets, marble bathtubs. I pretend to be an anonymous seller. Through a shell company Maya helped me set up, I list a fake property with limited time financing, just enough to tempt her. She bites. She begs Michael to co-sign. He hesitates. We should wait till the divorce goes through. She pouts. Baby, don't you want our future to start? Don't let her stop us. He gives in. They submit a down payment. From a joint account Michael secretly opened behind my back. Maya's already flagged it with our forensic accountant. $10,000. Gone. Into thin air. Ashley gets excited. She buys a new handbag. She schedules an interior decorator consult. And I watch them spend money on a future that doesn't exist. Because the minute they realize the condo is fake, the bank will report the transaction. And guess who's listed as the co-owner of the fake shell company? Ashley Brighton. Wire fraud, real estate misrepresentation, intent to deceive. Everything's building. They're squirming, panicked. And still, they don't know the worst part. They think I'm just angry. They think I'm just reacting. They have no idea I've already met with the district attorney. No idea I've submitted the flash drive anonymously. No idea the IRS is auditing the fake accounts Michael opened to launder his firm's money. No idea the press has the photos of Ashley stealing documents, because I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I'm just loading the gun. And then it happens. Ashley shows up at my house. No warning, no text, no makeup, just rage and desperation. You did this, she growls, pushing past me. You're sabotaging our lives. I shut the door calmly behind her. Yours, I correct. Not anymore. Her hands tremble. Michael's in trouble. You turned people against us. I didn't need to turn anyone. You did that all by yourself. She looks around, eyes wide. What do you want from us? Now there it is. The question I've been waiting for. What do I want? Justice? Revenge? Redemption? Or do I want them to lose everything, publicly, painfully, permanently? I want you to feel what it's like, I whisper, stepping closer, to have your whole world ripped out from under you. The house, the man, the money, the power, all of it. Ashley's breath hitches. Please, she whispers, breaking. Please stop. But I don't believe in mercy anymore. Not for her, not for Michael, not for traitors, and especially not for the ones who thought I'd just disappear. I don't sleep that night, not because I can't, but because I won't. Sleep is for the grieving. I'm done grieving. At 6:02 a.m., I send a text to Michael. One line, we need to talk. Come alone. He responds within 5 minutes. About what? About the house, about your future. You've got 10 minutes to decide if you care. An hour later, he walks into my kitchen like a man bracing for a firing squad. He looks like hell. Dark circles, unshaven, dressed in yesterday's suit, good. I'm wearing silk, lip gloss, not a hair out of place. I let him see what he lost. Vanessa, he starts. I know things got out of control. Sit, I say. No warmth in my voice. He does. I slide a folder across the table. He opens it. Inside are screenshots, photos, transcripts, account summaries. Ashley at the safe. Ashley emailing his firm's competitors. Ashley pocketing money from deals she wasn't even licensed to close. His lips move, but no sound comes out. I give him a moment to absorb the magnitude of her betrayal. She's not your ally, I say softly. She's not your lover. She's your leverage point, and she's about to use it to sink you. He looks up, blinking. How did you get all this? I'm not the idiot in this marriage, Michael. You are. He tries to square his shoulders, regain control. You think you can scare me into walking away? No, I say, leaning closer. I think I can break you until you beg me for mercy. His jaw clenches, but I see it in his eyes. Fear. I know what he's thinking. Will she go public? Will she take me down with Ashley? And most importantly, does she still love me enough not to? The answer is no. And I make sure he knows it. Sign over your rights to the house, I tell him. Sign over everything. Walk away with nothing. His laugh is dry. You're dreaming. I slide another envelope across the table. Inside is a notarized confession. Typed, detailed, explicit. A full account of his financial crimes, Ashley's theft, the falsified wire transfers, the whistleblower's name. He flips through it, face going pale. I forged your signature once, I whisper, to make it look like you already turned state's evidence. You didn't. I did, and I can deliver this to the DA in under an hour. He swallows, hard, and then I strike the final blow. She told me about the abortion. That stops him cold. She was pregnant, I say, voice icy, and she didn't want to keep it. You thought she'd give you a family, but she was never planning to. She was just stringing you along for the house, the firm, the name. His face falls. She said she lied. I let that truth cut through him. I watch him break, and I feel nothing. Because the man sitting across from me isn't my husband. He's a hollow, desperate version of what used to be. I'll sign the papers, he mutters. Good. And Ashley? I smile, slow and savage. She'll get what she deserves. Because while he's here, Ashley is out running errands. At least she thinks she is. Maya's tailing her, tracking her every move. What Ashley doesn't know is that I filed a restraining order against her that morning for harassment, for business interference, and for theft. By the time she gets back to her condo, a pair of officers are already waiting. They take her phone, her laptop, her purse. She screams, cries, tries to charm her way out. It doesn't work. Michael doesn't come for her. I made sure he wouldn't. He's too busy signing away the last thing he owns. Me. The house, his name, and his future. He thinks this is rock bottom. He's wrong. Because I'm not finished. Not yet. The next morning, I published the story, anonymously. An expose about unethical behavior in high-profile real estate firms. It goes viral. Clients pull out. The board demands answers. Ashley is suspended indefinitely. Michael is asked to resign. And me? I'm invited to speak at a women's leadership panel on reclaiming power after betrayal. But the real power isn't in the public win. It's in the silence. The private moment when Ashley shows up at my open house, disheveled, furious, whispering threats through clenched teeth. You bitch. You ruined everything. I hand her a mimosa. Smile. You ruined yourself. I just gave you the spotlight. She throws it on the floor. I don't flinch. Because I'm done playing defense. I'm done being polite. And now it's my turn to rewrite the rules. 3 weeks have passed. And neither Michael nor Ashley has managed to crawl out of the pit they dug for themselves. Michael's been blackballed from 3 firms already. Word spreads fast in our circles, and the industry has no tolerance for scandal. Not when investors are involved. He's staying in a small Airbnb on the edge of town now, paying cash, terrified of being traced. The man who once demanded respect from every room now ducks from the sun like a fugitive. Ashley? She's facing criminal charges, wire fraud, corporate theft, interference with contractual negotiations. Her mugshot made it to the local news. Former real estate assistant accused in high-profile fraud scandal. But what's most delicious? That in every headline, every click, every whisper, my name stays out of it. I'm the invisible architect of their ruin. And I'm not done. I step into my office on a crisp Monday morning wearing my white suit, the one Michael used to say made me look too intimidating. Now I wear it like armor. The receptionist hands me an envelope. No return address. I open it slowly. Inside is a photo. Ashley, bruised, crying, sitting in a cheap motel lobby. On the back, in sloppy handwriting, "I'll take you down with me. Watch your back." I smile, because this is the beginning of the final act. I meet Maya that afternoon at our usual coffee spot. She's got news. "Your girl's been digging," she says. "Ashley tried to leak your company's tax records to a blogger, but I intercepted the email." "How?" "I put a tracker on her burner phone weeks ago. She's got 2 now, one under her name, one under Sabrina's." Of course, I should have known Sabrina wasn't finished. Maya leans in. "There's more. Ashley's trying to flip Michael." That stops me. "What do you mean?" "She visited him. Twice, offering a deal. If he helps her pin everything on you, she says she'll claim you were the mastermind, that she was manipulated, that you were blackmailing them." I blink, my jaw clenches. "She's desperate. She's dangerous," Maya corrects, "and she's got nothing left to lose." That night, I light a candle, pour a drink, and open a new file on my laptop. Final moves. Because it's time to end this. Not with noise, not with fire, with precision. First, I contact Michael. I use the tone I know he'll respond to, cool, calm, no emotion. "I know she came to you. Don't be stupid. There's still a way out for you." He responds. "What do you want?" I smile, because he's finally where I need him, scared, isolated, unsure of his next move. "A confession," I write back. One she can't spin, one the DA can't ignore. He doesn't answer for hours. Then fine, meet me tomorrow, noon, but not at the house. I agree. We meet at a public park, open, neutral. He's pacing when I arrive. "Why are you doing this?" he asks. "I told you," I say. "You broke the wrong woman." He looks away. "I never meant for it to go that far." "But it did," I snap. "You wanted the house, the money, her. You thought I'd cry in a corner and fade away. You were never supposed to find out. And yet, here I am." He hands me a small flash drive. Everything, emails, messages, even recordings. I backed up her phone. She doesn't know. I take it. This isn't trust. This is surrender. And I don't feel pity. I feel power. I drive straight to Maya. We open the files, and there it is. Ashley bragging about manipulating him. Ashley offering sex for favors. Ashley threatening to plant drugs in my car if I didn't back off. Ashley laughing about the abortion. I could have made it all up, she says in one recording. He was dumb enough to believe anything. Maya exhales slowly. That's the kill shot. And it is. Because now it's not just fraud. It's intent. It's premeditation. It's game over. I prepare the packet. I don't deliver it myself. I don't need to. Within 2 days, the DA issues a warrant for Ashley's arrest on upgraded charges. Michael is granted immunity in exchange for full cooperation. He signs. He flips. And just like that, she's alone. No allies, no deals left to offer. She calls me from jail. They let the call through. Why, she whispers. Why are you doing this? I pause. Then I answer, because you touched what was mine, and now I've taken everything you ever wanted. She screams. They cut the line. I hang up and smile. Because I'm not just back on top, I've rewritten the rules. And I'm not done yet. I launch a podcast. Burn It All, Stories of Women Who Fought Back. The first episode, mine. Not by name, not directly. Just enough detail to make anyone who knows the truth feel it. It climbs the charts in 3 days. Sponsors call, publishers reach out. And I realize the greatest revenge isn't in making them fall. It's in making sure they have to watch me rise every single day. The courtroom is packed. Reporters line the back wall, their pens poised like daggers. Spectators fill the benches. And there, in the defendant's seat, sits Ashley Brighton, wearing beige prison scrubs instead of her signature red dresses, her extensions pulled back in a limp ponytail. No makeup, no attitude, just a shell. Michael sits 2 rows ahead of me, eyes downcast. He won't turn around. He knows better now. I watch as the judge reads the charges: wire fraud, evidence tampering, attempted corporate espionage, and conspiracy to commit financial theft. Ashley doesn't blink. She pleads guilty to all of it. There's no fanfare, no outburst. She doesn't cry, doesn't protest. I wonder if she even understands how completely she's been outplayed. Maybe she's still waiting for someone to save her. But there's no one left. Her lawyer pleads for leniency. Miss Brighton was manipulated, Your Honor. She was pressured by older, more powerful figures. She regrets her actions deeply. I stifle a laugh. Regret? She didn't regret a damn thing when she spread her legs in my bed. She didn't regret draining my accounts or forging my signature or trying to pin crimes on me. The only thing she regrets is losing. The judge doesn't buy it either. He sentences her to 6 years in state prison, no parole for the first 4. The courtroom buzzes. Ashley doesn't move. She stares at the table like it might disappear. Michael is next. He avoids jail time thanks to his cooperation, but the judge grants me a permanent restraining order. He's also ordered to pay restitution for the financial damage caused during our marriage, including the money siphoned into Ashley's fake accounts. He'll be paying me off for years. Outside the courthouse, microphones flash. Miss Torres, any comment on today's verdict? I pause on the marble steps, face lifted to the sun, hair blowing in the breeze. Just one line. I told them not to mess with me. And then I walk away, not just from the courthouse, from the whole damn chapter. 6 months later, I close on a new penthouse downtown. Glass walls, marble countertops, 0 memories. It's mine, paid in full, clean and clear. My podcast, Burn It All, now ranks in the top 10 globally. Women from all over the world send in their stories about betrayal, sabotage, survival. I share them, I honor them, and slowly I become something else. Not just the woman who got revenge, but the symbol of what happens when you try to take down a woman who built her life from the ground up. I host a book deal meeting in New York. I shake hands with an HBO producer. I stare at my reflection in the green room before a morning show and barely recognize the woman staring back. Not because she's changed, but because she's whole. One afternoon, I get a letter from prison. Ashley. The envelope is soft pink, the handwriting still obnoxiously loopy. Inside is one sentence. Do you ever feel satisfied? I don't respond. Not because I don't have an answer, but because she doesn't deserve to hear it. But you want to know, don't you? Do I feel satisfied? Let me tell you. Satisfaction isn't watching your enemies fall. It's waking up without dread. It's looking in the mirror and knowing no one owns a piece of you anymore. It's walking through your front door, kicking off your heels, and knowing every square inch of your life is yours. Earned, reclaimed, untouchable. And knowing they'll spend the rest of their lives remembering the woman who burned them to the ground and walked away smiling. That, my friend, that is satisfaction. Moral of the story? Never mistake a woman's silence for weakness. Because when she decides to fight back, she won't just take revenge. She'll take everything.